Hi, I'm Laura Mize, pediatric speech-language pathologist, and welcome to this week's Therapy Tip of the Week video from TeachMeToTalk.com. For the last several weeks, I've given you some great ideas for common block sets. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a little fancier set that I absolutely love, and I think it's my all-time favorite set of blocks now. It's from a French company, and I think it's pronounced Topamino, but I got them on Amazon.com, and again, I have used them and used them and used them. They are not only beautiful, they are very, very durable, so you'll be able to get lots and lots of uses out of them. All right, so let's walk through how we can use these blocks to target language goals with children that are at a variety of different developmental levels. I forgot to mention that the blocks come with this set of plastic animals that I just love, and I think we'll be able to do tons of stuff with this. I actually have, I think, two sets of those blocks here. One set has a darling little set of cutouts here for doors, and those are fun for making the animals go inside and making them do things like sleep and knock on the door and, you know, hide, any other word that you would think of there. Anytime I have a set of blocks too, or any set of toy, I'm always looking for other materials that may fit with them nicely. My goofy little girls here fit so well with this set of blocks, so I often use these, and I wanted to mention that as well. All right, so let's go back to walking through the goals. And if you have been listening to my Therapy Tip of the Week series, by now I hope that you're really identifying some patterns, and you can see that no matter what toy I'm using, I'm thinking about children in the same way, and I'm thinking about using the toy in the same way. That's why it doesn't matter what toy you use, as long as you understand the developmental sequence and understand how to appropriately address communication from the foundation up, you'll never go wrong. And again, you won't be so dependent on whose toys you use and so dependent on thinking, oh, I can't do that activity because I don't have that toy. It's not about that. It's about the goals. It's about how you use the toys. All right, so let's do the same thing again and walk through how we work with toddlers and talk about all the things that we look at. All right, I always look for cute verbal routines that I can do to establish any new play activity or any new toy that I'm doing with toddlers. And the other thing I do is make sure that I'm using verbal routines that I've used with other toys. And again, why is that important? Because it's predictable, because it's repetitive, because it's more likely that the child will learn it because he's heard it over and over and over again, especially when we're talking about minimally verbal toddlers. They need that piece. They need for you to say the same things and do the same things and work on the same things from activity to activity to activity. So, verbal routines. What kinds of things would we do here? Well, we might make our animals climb up, 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 up. We might make them jump here, and say something like 1, 2, 3, jump down. We might do a cute night-night routine where we put them in. We're saying, oh, cow. Cow goes night-night. Shh, night-night. Oh, let's wake him up. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, wake up. And we have the cow come out. We might do some knocking. We might do some waving bye-bye. We put them all in. We're going to wave bye-bye to the cow. Now we get the cat. The cat goes in. Tell the cat bye-bye. Then we'll have the pig go in. Tell the pig bye-bye. So we're waving. And again, we're making it all really fun, all really play-based, all really developmentally appropriate for toddlers, and we're working with them at whatever level they can be successful. You can certainly start to do some initial requesting here. You may request with a sign. They may request with the word. A lot of times children will start to use the animal sound to represent the animal. And so if I'm saying, which one are you going to get? They may do something like woof, woof, to really mean the dog. And that's perfect. That's great. That's where we would want them to start. So many times we start at the single word level. We're trying to get dog, dog, dog and have the child say dog or ask for dog, when really we should have started way back with having him imitate that animal sound, or something even easier like imitating a pant for a dog. Can you see how that would work for some children? Because they're not ready to talk yet, but they might possibly be able to imitate that. Yeah, that's a really successful technique. All right. When you're ready to move on to words, you can certainly stick to those general words like more or please. I had one little girl that would call these animals pets because that was kind of a default word of hers. So again, you could take anything that the child could give you so that he or she could request to get that next animal and get to do your fun thing. You can also target more specific vocabulary, of course, because you have lots of animals and lots of things to talk about, even talking about the cute pictures, the cute art that's on the blocks. So lots of things you could do. If you're at the point where the child is imitating pretty well and can make some choices, you could do some nice things with choices. You could say, you know, do you want dog or bunny? And then once the child picks bunny, don't stop there. You could say, all right, we've got bunny. What are we going to do? Is bunny going to go in or stay out? And then the child might pick out. If the child says out, you could say, great, is bunny going to go up or down? And again, you keep those choices going, not just with one or two choices, but lots and lots and lots of choices throughout the play activity. Now this toy is great for children who are ready to work on speech intelligibility, kids who need to work on that vowel differentiation piece, which we've been talking a lot about. We know that prepositions are kind of our go-to word class for that because we've got vowels at the beginnings of those words, like in and up and out and off, and we can certainly target all of those location words, not only from a language perspective and teaching a child how to use that new word in word class, but also looking at speech intelligibility, helping a child get different vowel sounds. We also can use this toy for the technique we talked about last week with phrase practice, using those anchor words that we talked about. So if duck is our anchor word, we're going to say, you know, duck please, duck in, duck out, duck on, duck up, duck down, duck done. And that makes it a lot easier for a child because he or she has to focus just on getting one new word. All right, our kids with even more specific intelligibility issues, like our kids with phonological disorders, or even our kids with motor planning issues like apraxia, we can certainly start with a toy like this and target those early patterns like reduplication, where we're helping them get two syllables in a row. And that, again, would be even an earlier goal than we just talked about for phrases, so don't forget that. I use this toy all the time for my kids who are working on getting that second syllable to switch the vowel. So words like bunny, doggy, you can see just all the different targets that we could do using this animal set. There are so many goals here. And I hope that over this last few weeks, as we've been talking about blocks, you can see how you can use them to target virtually any goal that you could have with a toddler as you're working on early speech language targets. I also want to be sure that you are passing this information along to preschool and daycare teachers so that they understand how to work with your little friends too long after therapy is over. More importantly, we want to teach parents how to do this so they're successful in using the same strategies and same techniques that we've been talking about. Now, today we talked a lot about that really sequential approach, how we get a kid to imitate actions, and then we move into signs, and then we start with easy words, and then we get to single words and then phrases. That step-by-step therapy approach is outlined in my book, Building Verbal Imitation in Toddlers. There's some information about that below. If you are a speech-language pathologist and you would like even more detailed information about that, let me also direct your attention to my continuing education course, Steps to Building Verbal Imitation in Toddlers, and that's now on DVD with ASHA credit. So I hope that you'll take a look at that. All right, that's all for this time. I'm Laura Mize, pediatric speech-language pathologist, and thanks for watching TeachMeToTalk.com's Therapy Tip of the Week.